This is me, Travon Jones, Conscious Talk Channel. Black people, aren't you tired of the mistreatment that you get in your own land? We call America today. Aren't you tired of it? I know your ancestors are looking down at you. I know your ancestors and their DNA that is in you are crying out, and they're angry and they're upset because we are not doing what we're supposed to do. It's amazing how you have black people even today that said, your ancestors fought and died to vote. They didn't. They fought and died for you to have freedom, for you to be sovereign beings, for you to live the way the Most High wanted you to live. You being light to dark, if you're lighter. And let's be honest, a lot of these other groups that come up under the white supremacy because their hair is straighter and, they're lighter, they're told to hate you, black people. They're told to not like and have a lift up. All the while, they keep taking your resources. They're swagger jackers, taking your land from you, taking, who you are from you. It's amazing how black people, so-called black people, we invented practically every damn thing. But you have other groups of people over here acting like they invented it, or they're taking it like they created it. We got to come to a place, black people, where we stop allowing other groups of people to step on us. It's okay to be kind. It's okay to be loving to other groups of people. It's okay to even be supportive, but we should never support other groups of people more than we support the white supremacy who want to uphold keeping black people down just so that they can, have a leg up, just so that they can live up under the white supremacy. But they're never going to respect you. You're only doing the job for them to keep all of us down, to keep black people down. And we got to come to a place where we are unafraid. We had a Black Wall Street in the early 1900s from this white supremacy because we know what they do. We know what they have done. Whenever we separate ourselves and build, because of the hatred and the mistreatment and them putting other groups of people ahead of us, we know how they'll come in and destroy our shit. But we got to be unafraid. This is a new day. This is a new time. And our ancestors are crying out for us to be free. Because this land belongs to us. This earth belongs to us. And the Most High gave us all that we need. He put it in us so that we can get ourselves out of all these things. See, we want to keep praying and asking God to deliver us and help us. And all of that's beautiful. All of that is great. Nothing wrong with that. But know that the Most High made us in his image, right? So with that being said, we have the power to change the situation that we're in. We have the power to do it. We need to start doing it and stop being unafraid. And we need to come to a place where we can start taking care of ourselves because every other group is doing it. Every other group can come into your neighborhood, black people, and build up sanctuary little cities for themselves, taking your money, and we patronize them. It can be the brokest of us, counting them quarters and them dimes and them pennies to buy a beer or whatever it is, a blunt wrap or whatever, and support these other businesses. But these other groups of people, they don't support you. As a matter of fact, they try to redline you so you can't have a business in your own damn neighborhood. You got a bunch of Latinos and Arabs and certain groups of Africans coming over here, stepping all over you, building businesses. And what do, black people? We support them. We support them. That's our way of showing love to these people. But they don't care about that. Just give us your money and get the fuck on. And black people are tired of these Latino people coming and just being racist towards us. They treat you like you're a second-class citizen. These Filipinos and Asian people, they come into your land and we try to be supportive and they look down on us. We got to come to a place where we are unafraid, black people, where we can build our own. We have to stop building up everybody else's empire, every other group's empire, neglecting ourselves. We are always neglecting ourselves, black people, so-called black people, because this is our homeland. America is our land, y'all. This is our homeland. And other groups of people are stepping all over us. Nowhere else can you go to another country and treat those group of people like shit. That whole village will come out and whoop your ass and beat you down and run your ass up out of their country. You can't go to no other country disrespecting people. You can't do that. But only in America, other groups of people can mistreat so-called black people in their own damn land. We got to come to a place where we stop allowing that to happen. And one of the ways we can do that is simply by supporting each other and rising above this Democratic Party, this Republican Party. We got to rise above it. The Chinese people ain't coming in talking about vote, 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 vote. But black people seem to want to give other groups of people this power over us, thinking that if we vote for them, that they're going to do something for us. They're never going to do anything for us, black people. We have to do something for ourselves as a people. We have to come to a place where we are unafraid. Black men and black women have to start supporting each other. It's amazing how we have all this energy to hate each other. Black men and black women hating each other, talking about each other. Black women making all these horrible videos about black men and, and how we ain't shit and, trying to convince other groups of people that black men just ain't shit. We got to quit doing that. We got to stop doing that. We have to start supporting each other because other groups are watching us. They're looking at us and they're laughing at us. They're laughing at us because we don't have any of our own nothing. We don't have our own banks. We don't have our own schools. We've been indoctrinated in these other people's schools. How to continue to be slaves, not entrepreneurs. We have the mindset, well, no, we're all Americans. We got to all help each other. These other groups coming in with that mentality. They're helping each other, themselves, start building for ourselves. Why can't we build up, property? Why can't we start buying up property? Why can't we start building up schools? Why can't we have our own grocery stores, our own hospitals where we're not being discriminated against when we go to the hospital? While you're constantly being discriminated against. You're being told, well, you have to be bilingual. But a lot of people, a lot of Asians, and they don't hire black people. It's time that we start talking about it. We see how you treat us, and we're over it. The hostility that we get from a lot of these Latinos and Asians for no reason. What they do to us, black men, black women, they want you to stay quiet. Just accept it. No, we got to talk about it and we got to bring it out to light. The racism and the hatred and the disrespect has to stop. And we see it. But it comes to a time where black people, we're going to have forced unity. See, we have a luxury right now where we're in luxury where we can hate each other right now. We can not like each other. We can talk bad about each other right now. But it's going to come to a time where we are going to have forced unity. And I can't wait for that time where we have forced unity, where we are going to be forced to stick together. I can't wait for that because we need that. Thumbs up the video, you guys. If you're not subscribed, subscribe to my channel. Leave a comment in the comment section. But we're going to have forced unity. And I can't wait for that time. Because although black people are waking up, we need to wake up a little bit more. We need to continue to keep waking up. And these new generations need to understand the constant mistreatment that we are going through in America. You know, black people, I love us for real. And we have to continue to support each other. We have to support each other. Even though we're waking up now and we're saying no more Democrats, no more Democratic Party. You have some of us that's still stuck in that Democratic bullshit. But we're waking up now. But we got to get past the Republican Party too. We can't keep being a Republican Party because once Trump comes in and then he leaves office, then what? Then what are we going to do after that? Then what? What other Republican is going to be just like Trump? You know, Trump getting black people out of prison that didn't belong in prison in the first place. You know, but you had all these different groups of people saying, well, if you just comply and black people are number one in committing all these crimes. But look at all the black people that are being released out of these prisons because they didn't commit the crimes. So it goes to show that America be lying on black people. And I'm just glad that it's being exposed. I'm glad that it's being exposed because the lies got to stop. Black people are not horrible the way society tries to make them out to be, the way the news and media tries to make black people out to be. But look at these migrants coming over here, these Venezuelans stabbing people, hitting people upside the head, robbing them, attacking women. You don't hear all this on the mainstream news, do you? But let a black person do something or be suspected of doing something. Their face is going to be all over the news. 24 hours. A black man can't even try to preserve his own life by running away from a police officer who is clearly trying to kill him. And because they're afraid, they run away. They can still be shot and killed. And the police officer can say, I fear for my life. All the while they letting these migrants just get away with all kind of shit. But because that little white nursing student girl was murdered by a Venezuelan who goes under the guise of being a white man, even though he's Venezuelan, says he's white. That little white girl, nursing student, was murdered and killed by a Venezuelan. Now, all of a sudden, we got to do something about this migrant situation. What happened to the days where, you know, you got to stand in line and to get into this country and you have to do the right thing and the proper paperwork and you have to learn English? These motherfuckers come over here speaking Spanish and then telling you, well, you know, I speak Spanish, so I know understand you. No, motherfucker, you raise a whole family over here. You need to be speaking English too. How are you going to isolate American citizens, American people who speak English? I don't care what you say, and I don't care how many motherfuckers that speak Spanish in America. English is the first language, period. But you see the disrespect that you get from these other groups of people? We got to start making it more difficult for these motherfuckers to come over here stepping on us. But black people, the power is in our hand. We have to rise above it and stop allowing other groups of people to tell our story for us and to think that they're going to help us when they're not ever going to help us. We have to help ourselves, period. We got to help ourselves and each other. Stop thinking that white people or Latino people or any other group of people are going to help you. Look at how they send all the Haitians black, all the other black people that come over here, they send their asses back with a quickness. But the light-skinned Latinos can come over here and get money, get housing. Black people can't even go to the hospital and get help or care because they're giving it all to the Latino migrants. Let's keep waking up, black people. Let's become the sovereign beings that we once were and that we low-key still are. We just have to find it again. We have to find it again. And I can't wait for that day so we can take back what is ours. You are indigenous to America, black man, Black woman. You are indigenous to this land, what we call America today. Used to be called Turtle Island. But this is our land. And all these other motherfuckers, we didn't invite them. They invited themselves. The least they can do is show us some respect. But they're hostile and they're disrespectful, and enough is enough. Let's start building our own hospitals so we don't have to be discriminated against. Because I know y'all feel the hostility between Black and Latino people right now. I know y'all all feel it. I know I feel it when I go to the grocery store or when I, go around and it's predominantly Latino people. I feel it. The nerve of these groups that come over here trying to step all over Black people. But they're allowed to do it because of white supremacy, because America is a racist country. They start telling the truth, because the truth shall set us free. And like Cat Williams said, 2024 is the year of truth. All the lying and trying to cover up things and not hurt other groups of people's feelings all the while we're getting mistreated, gotta stop. We gotta start telling the truth. America is a racist country. They're giving all these other groups of people reparations. Black people want reparations, whether you think Black people should get reparations or not. Black people, we want reparations. We want our reparations. You're giving it to everybody else, and it's our money. And other groups of people, it's their money too, American citizens. But I'm only speaking about Black people because I'm concerned about my people. Just like other groups are concerned about their people, I'm concerned about my people. And Black people, we are so good sometimes that we care about everybody else. We try to be fair and want to care about everybody else. Everybody else don't feel that way about us. We got to stop caring about other groups of people and care about ourselves and love ourselves and build ourselves up. Why is it that Asian people got hair care products for Black people? Make that make sense. Why are Asian people selling Black hair care products? Shouldn't Black people be selling hair care products for Black people? They don't have hair like ours. Their hair doesn't grow up and out to the sun. Their hair grows straight down and it's dead hair. A lot of Latino people, they don't want to mix with your Black ass. They think the lighter, the better. That's what a lot of them think. They're very racist. So when you passport bros, and I'm all for the passport thing, you know what I'm saying? Especially when a lot of our own women ain't acting right. But to think that you're going to go to another nationality and think they supposed to just treat you better, I get it on the outskirt. But we should be building up our own people. We shouldn't be running to Latina women, Black man. We should not be running to Latina women, Black man. Now, we know our Black women have always been sellouts. They have always gotten impregnated and by other groups of men, and then they bring those children into our groups calling them Black. Jorge be impregnating our women all the time. Peter be impregnating our women all the time. These Latino men and these Arabs and East Indian men impregnate Black women all the time, and then now all of a sudden that's a Black child. So we know that. But Black men, I'm speaking to you. We thinking that we are going to do better by getting Latina women and all that. No, we got to start building up our own, but it's going to take us, Black men. We can't depend on Eve, because even though a lot of Black women now want to be Republican all of a sudden, just last year, they was talking bad about Black men. Y'all need to fall in line and vote Democrat. Now, all of a sudden, because they're not getting anything anymore either, because it was just Black women that was getting shit from the Democratic Party. They ain't getting nothing. So now all of a sudden, they want to vote Republican. Don't fall for it, Black man. That's a trick and a setup, because they'll change sides just as quick as can be. A lot of our women with that Eve gene that they got. We have to come to a place where we are unafraid and we have to build for ourselves. Like, share, and subscribe, and press that thumbs up. And I'll see you all on the next video. This is strictly for my people. I'm speaking to my people. My people. We have to start loving ourselves and loving each other. Again, our ancestors are calling out, and they're pissed off at us. You can't tell me that our ancestors are happy with us. Our ancestors are not happy with us right now because we are a disgrace. We should be a lot further along than what we are. Thinking that other groups of people are going to be our allies and help us? Never. They're never going to do it. Never. Like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you all on the next video. Shalom.